Okay, we're gonna ask the casting crew to come up for a little bit, for a little Q&A session. Please. And a quick announcement, we're handing out ballots for audience award. Make sure everyone gets one, and just rip off the side. It says 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 being the best, 1 being the least, but I don't think you're going to need that one. How's it going, guys?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Is this on?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Wow, right up here.
This is on too. You can pass that down. So Prince, writing this, directing this, I mean, tell us about how the concept came about, and you know, a little bit about the creative development process of it.
Well, I came up with I wanted to make a film about a femme fatale kind of character, about you know, about a strong female lead, and ultimately came up with this idea about this girl who pretty much takes, you know, these two naive guys and, you know, puts them into these predicaments, and, you know, this whole scenario she creates around this whole heist, and ultimately it's for her to take the pain herself, and she's in it with Jacob, kind of Weekend's character, and you know, I wanted to make some strong kind of neo-noir kind of type of film, and I came up with this idea with my co-producer, and then we expanded the story, and before we knew it, it was a huge epic that we were thinking if we could even handle it now, but we did. So
There are, I'm sure, a lot of young filmmakers, you know, trying to start out, and a big question for young producers and filmmakers is financing. So if you're comfortable maybe speaking a little bit about how you were able to get the financing and actually making this thing happen.
I maxed out all my credit cards. I'm just kidding. I wish I had that much credit card. Well, the thing is, if you want something done, you kind of got to do it. And we took it upon ourselves, Richard and I, to pretty much self-finance in a way, and we had some angel investors on board. We also did an online fundraiser, which was a failure, but it kickstarted us. So, and we used some of those funds to shoot some of the things. But it was mainly, you know, me and him and some angel investors who came in and didn't really want anything in return. They just wanted for us to make a movie, and, you know, maybe hopefully the next one will be bigger and they'll be involved with that too. And, you know, indie filmmakers, if, you know, whatever you got, resources, it doesn't matter what you have, just take whatever you have, you know. I know there's some guys in here who shot films on their little dad's camcorder, and it doesn't matter. It's a good film, you have a good story, that's all that matters, really.
Why don't we open it up? Anybody from the audience have any questions for anybody up here?
What was the budget?
The budget was $200,000.
Wow.
Not $2 million.
Anybody else? We can barely see you, so just stand up and ask the question. No. Okay.
How many days was the shoot? How many days?
It was 18 days, original production days, and then we had some pickups, which we did probably another 3 days or so, give or take about 20 days.
Well, let's talk about this, you know, really young and talented cast. How did the cast get involved?
Well, I'll let Richard tell you about that.
All right. Well, obviously we held a casting for it, but particularly our process when we sat down with the top, you know, people who auditioned is how well trained they were. We looked at their training and their credits, of course, and then not only we had them come back, we also we did the scenes extensively, and then we brought them back, and we did a table read, and then we knew that when, you know, I was working with Karina and Hunter at the table read, Natalie was there also. I just felt that we just had something really good.
Anybody? Well, let's open it up to the cast. How did you guys, you know, you read this material, and what attracted you to this piece? Go ahead.
I love the character. She had many different dynamics, and it was, for me, a very meaty role for me to play. And I could identify in certain ways
Okay.
with her, and I brought a lot of myself to the character, to bring it alive. And
When I first read the script, just really loved the story. I just thought it was a really interesting story. It was well put together, and I wanted to do quality work, so Prince had everything laid out, all the details and the cameras he was shooting on, and locations, and his information, and couldn't miss it. So, there you go.
Thank you very much. When I read the script, when I finally got the part and booked it, and I started reading the script, just the ambition that Prince had was amazing. I knew I was going to be really excited to play this kind of like wound up dickhead that I was. I usually don't play those parts, so it was pretty exciting for me to take it on and work with so many great actors. So I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys.
So I just wanted to get naked on screen. Just kidding. But no, seriously, I loved the layers, and I'd never done an action film before, and I'm just like, feel so lucky and so blessed to be a part of this, because it was a really, really good script, and it just kind of has all these twists and turns, and it's not the typical, comedies that I normally do. So thank you.
Honestly, Prince never let me read the script. And actually, he didn't. I didn't even ask him to. He just called, and he said he was going to add some action to the front of the film, because for a while there, the first scene didn't exist with Eric Roberts and the shootout and all that. So he called me and said, hey, we've got this part for this kid. There's a shootout, guns. So I was down, and he said. He was looking for another actor too. He was looking for a name, and I happened to know Eric, and I thought maybe Eric would do that, and I thought maybe that would help him raise some money, probably cost him some money instead. But that was it.
You cost me money, man. A lot of money.
I cost
You just want to throw Eric Roberts.
but it was
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, good morning.
Thanks. Yeah, it's an awesome film.
What? They offered me a love scene with a female.
We need more wire.
More wire. Well, I told Prince I was coming out of prison, and he's like, hey, can you play Sean? He's supposed to be going back to prison. No, let's get it. No, I've never been to prison. I want to go. But Sean was fun to play. Hope you guys enjoy it. Be careful going home, Sean.
I've been to prison.
One thing I want to add to the past performance. I think mentioning an indie film, a lot of people think that you can attach the proper cast that you kind of dream about, and it's not about really money and everything. It's just about dedication, and an example would be Karina, for example. Everybody here did something on their part. Karina came in with 7 pages of notes for her character originally during her audition. She didn't even have to do an audition for me. I just looked at those 7 pages of notes, and it was something I didn't even have for my character that I created. Same thing with Ken. We expanded. We talked about the story. We talked about the character. Of course, in addition to the lovemaking scene, we wanted to extend it. he wanted more beat for that character and more substance. And the Armenian side of us came out, ultimately in that. But, and there was a lot of, things that some of these actors did for Abstraction that they haven't done before, Natalie, James, Hunter, and Mono, even Mono with Star Trek, he's sci-fi more known sci-fi, but it's a completely different thing for him. So I appreciate you guys doing that hard work, and, it shows on screen, and the awards we've won so far are definitely. Well, I think everybody here has a project going on, but yes, we do have 2 feature films that have scripts for, and we're just, pretty much waiting till we get distribution of this, and then move on to those when financing is locked in.
And they're gonna be badass.
They're going to be badass, like you said. So we're looking forward to it. Any additional questions, audience?
Question for James. How physically demanding was that role?
Well, it was all right until I got thrown into the van. Things got a little hairy after that. We were up there in the mountains just driving around and trying to figure out some of those stunts. And yeah, it was all right until that point when we started throwing fists and I started eating dirt. I was like, what did I sign up to do, Yeah, he's pulling my hair out. I'm pretty sensitive about that. So I told Hunter to calm down on his technique. Just shoving the gun in my face and pulling my hair. It was a lot of fun, though. I love action films. I've done some in the past, and then I got a few projects coming up that are kind of action-based, and it's something that I like. I like doing the stunts. It's a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun working with all these guys doing it. And Prince did a fantastic job of filming it. I can't even explain this. It's just
Can I add
amazing.
something to the physical demanding part?
Sure.
The reason Prince makes such good movies is he shoots and shoots and shoots and shoots and shoots. What did we do that fight scene like? 40, 42?
Man, lost count after like the first 10.
Yeah. But he gets the shot. He's so excited to keep going and going and going. But he kicks your ass, and that's cool as an actor to get your ass kicked. So.
And as a side note, our projectionist even said that it was beautifully shot. So it is, everybody knows it. Anybody else?
Yeah, so the 200,000 went to the car and to the aerial scenes. Everything else, what did that take about to shoot? 30,000?
$20. Just real quick, I just want to add, somebody else.
Yeah, I have a question for whoever knows the answer. What's the inspiration behind the title?
That's a good question.
We've never had that question. Thank you for that. Well, first thing is, it's very simple. What we wanted was something abstract because the movie has an abstract painting in it. So we were thinking something around abstract, and then we thought about the word extraction, which is something you extract, from something, or you pull something out of something, and ultimately they pull out the painting from the gallery. So we combined the two and came up with abstraction. And also, it's not taken by any other film. So abstraction is.
How come we didn't get the end of the parable?
Sequel.
Sequel, yes.
No, the end of the parable, meaning the frog and the...
You got the end.
Oh, you're talking about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get into the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You've never heard
What do you
that
mean?
story?
The frog stings him. That's the end, right?
Scorpion.
And the scorpion stings
The
the frog.
scorpion stings him and they both die. Nobody's ever heard of that.
Yeah, but
it's in his nature.
right, and that's what he says at the end. That's what was left out.
It doesn't say it's in his nature.
Yeah.
So we just leave that out, because assuming that probably 50% of the people know that story, and there's a subliminal meaning behind all that between the two.
One last question right here.
Yeah, who was the painter? Who was the painter of things?
Actually, the name of the person that they introduced here in the movie, her name is Diana Warian, and she's actually the one who did all the paintings in the movie.
Beautiful.
Thank you. We'll let her know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for creating such a great film.
Thank you.
Everyone, don't forget the ballots for the audience award. And please join us for a reception outside. And there's also a really great shorts program in this theater right now. So hang out and grab some food.